Morning, fellas. It's Friday. Hell yeah. Welcome on into the Friday episode here of Winning Bets. I'm, of course, Jason Battis, giving you guys free sports picks every single day. Fridays are always a little special around here as we get to roll out the entire weekend slate of bets. We've got basketball. We've got soccer. No NFL. How are we going to occupy ourselves this weekend? First time since Labor Day. No NFL on the slate. Tough stuff, but we still got soccer to look forward to this morning. So let's go ahead and make sure we, of course, recap yesterday. And then let's talk about those bets. And we will get to be ringing that cash register yesterday, fellas. How about that? The cash register is going to be heard today on the damn show. Plus 0.85 units. Love to see that right there. We were tripped up by our first quarter. A little against the spread parlay that we put together. Bulls handled business very easily, winning the first quarter. Bucks couldn't get it done. Clippers came out on fire. Bucks also came out struggling a little bit in that first quarter. They were able to establish themselves late in that game, but it was really a struggle for those Bucks that entire first half, and in doing so, they did not cover the first quarter spread, a plus 3.5. But how about 2-0 on both player props? Love to see that right there. Valanciunas with a third quarter cash. That's not as easy as normally third quarter cashes should be, right? 4 points in the first quarter. So you sit there and you do the math like me. 4 times 4. Okay, that's 16. So we're on pace. On pace, barely. Halftime, still stuck at 4 points. Didn't do a damn thing in that second quarter. And then the third quarter, he turned it back up. And boy, we need that performance because the game was getting out of hand. It was getting to be a blowout. Credit the Pelicans, though. If you look at that final score, you would have never known that that game was blowout potential. And it did get blowout. And you know what? Valanciunas cashed in that third quarter. It's a damn good thing he did because he did not play that fourth quarter. Amazing. Pelicans making that amazing run, making it a close, 5-point game, and Valanciunas doesn't play anything in that fourth quarter. Woo, head scratcher right there. But hey, he at least came through for us in the third quarter. And then Julius Randle under 24.5 points. Started off sweaty as hell, making his first 3-pointers. And then, it's 9 quick points right there, making those. And then, kind of dropped off, right? Ended the first quarter with 14 points. Ended the halftime with 19 points. And you really start to see that research really start to play in. Just like against the Bucks when he struggled that night. He struggled against the Heat. He had 21 points entering the fourth quarter. So you got a chance entering the fourth quarter. Imagine that. You have 14 points in the first quarter. And now come into the third quarter, you're at 21. Stop taking those 3-pointers. Stop hitting those 3-pointers, that defense. And then you end the game with 23. I'm on my hands and knees watching that game unfold, just asking, begging not for Julius Randle to be fouled there. He does get fouled by Adebayo, so he's going to the free throw line. But the Heat challenge it. They get the challenge. They get the call overturned. It ends up being an offensive lost ball foul on Julius Randle. That could have been the loss right there. If he goes to the free throw line, sinks both of those free throws, that's a losing bet. So we had some good luck on our side, combined with good stats, good defense, good research. So came through for us, though, under 24.5 points. And then a little over and under last night. Bulls, Hornets under 238.5. Easy. Kind of on pace there in the first quarter. And then second quarter, 40-some-odd points. And game just tailed off. And that was an easy under. And then for the over, we just needed the Pelicans to contribute a little bit more. Mavs turned it off there in the fourth quarter. Yeah, if the Pelicans are keeping that thing close throughout, that's probably going to keep the Mavs scoring and probably going to hit that over, but we were unable to do it. But hell, profit on the day. How about that? Profit on the day at plus 0.85 units. And as you can see right there, spent some arbitrage money, but really just got it sitting there in free bet. So no real loss right there. We got a $5 and a $10 free bet. So love to see that right there. Turning some profit just in time. Headed on into the weekend. Let's hop into that comment section, see what you guys are up to on this great Friday morning, and then we'll roll into some bets. You got a little bit back last night. Yes. Love to see it. Let's go. All the faves in the money line last night in the NBA got it done? Okay. Love it. All the favorites. That's why they are favorites. People are scared to bet the favorites. They're hunting for an underdog. Sometimes there's not a good underdog to play, and sometimes all the favorites, they get it done. Love to see that. Well, you weren't the only ones nervous. I'm telling you, that Valanciunas one, again, even though it cashed in the third quarter, super sweaty. And then Randle, it was a hot start, hitting those first 3-pointers. Tailed off. The research came through and came off and worked. Again, no NFL this weekend. That's a little tough stuff right there. I mentioned we got a couple free bets that we earned last night. We're going to go ahead and spend them on today's show. Let's first start off with some European soccer and save the Premier League here second, and first do the non-Premier League leagues. We've cooked up a couple over 1.5 parlays. In fact, two over 1.5 parlays. You can find one in the Bundesliga there in Germany, and head to France for the other one for League One. So one's a 5-legger, starts this afternoon. So just like the previous couple where they started on Friday and go all the way to Sunday. No different there in the Bundesliga. The one there in France in League One, that one's just a Saturday, Sunday. We've cashed our last 3 over 1.5 parlays. So hopefully by the end of this weekend, we can make it 5-0, a little mini 5-0 run right there. So one's at plus 166 over on Caesars in the Bundesliga, and the other one's at plus 105 or 165 there on Caesars as well for in League One. Then let's tack on a parlay for Sunday morning. Let's do Napoli to score 2+ and Bayern to also score 2+. They should both be getting it done. You saw what Bayern did midweek there in the Pokal Cup. They look like maybe they're turning it up after their winter break. And then Napoli, the best team in the league, taking on Spezia, bottom to mid-table there. They should be able to get the job done. So look for each of them to have 2+ goals. And if so, we'll cash that one at plus 121. So that's how we'll roll outside of the Premier League. As for Premier League bets this weekend, Matt and I, we did Between the Posts yesterday. Go check it out. Wasn't my greatest show ever. I was feeling a little down coming back from Cancun, so feeling a little shitty yesterday. Still got through the show and still think we provided some good analysis for you guys. But if you want any justification for these bets, hop on over to yesterday's Between the Post episode. But like Arsenal on the clean sheet, Sean Dice is back in the Premier League with Everton, looking to save them from relegation. He'll have a tough go against Arsenal. The over-under makes me nervous with Arsenal just creating too much. Talked about it yesterday again on Between the Post. So I think the safe play here is just to take them on the clean sheet. Can't imagine Everton getting a goal, even though it is at Goodison Park. So we'll do Arsenal on the clean sheet. United team total over 1.5. Parlay that with Palace team total under 1.5 at minus 125. United's not going to make the same mistakes that happened at Selhurst Park about 17 days ago when they let 2 points slip out of a late equalizer there. That one obviously burned us on that Man United money line. Yeah, they're not going to make the same mistakes at home at Old Trafford. They'll get that second goal. They'll get that insurance goal. Think they win to 0. Can't see Palace scoring, but we'll bump it up to under 1.5 in case Palace does manage to get 1 goal. But that was a fixture in which they were dominated at 17 days ago. I expect much of the same there at Old Trafford. Then Nottingham Leeds. That's your best over 2.5 of the entire weekend. I like it so much. I put 2 units on it. Nottingham Leeds over 2.5 goals. I think that one's going to be a cracker. Could see a 3-1, 3-2 game. That one's got 4 or 5+ goals written all over it. So give me Nottingham Forest going up against Leeds, 2-unit play at over 2.5 goals at minus 110. That's how we'll roll in the Premier League. Let's spin some of those free bets. We mentioned the $5 and a $10 free bet that we earned last night, which was a little upsetting, right? Brook Lopez, 6 points at halftime, 4 rebounds, looking like, damn, we're going to hit one of these 2 same-game parlays. And woke up, he ended with 6 points and 5 rebounds. He didn't do shit. You get 1 rebound the entire second half, Brook Lopez. That's all you get. I guess that's what happens when Giannis goes off for 54 and wants to just take all the action last night and clawing that team back to a victory. So that's why we've got those 2 free bets. Let's drop this thing and let's go ahead and spend one of them. Let's put up a $5. And I talk about all these on Between the Posts yesterday. These are basically my leans, bets that I didn't quite have the confidence to put like a full unit on, but I still like them. We talked about them yesterday. We justified them. These would be, per se, be the leans I gave out on yesterday's show. Give me Liverpool on that money line. Go ahead and give me over 2.5 goals in Brighton and Bournemouth. I'll take Brentford to get over 1.5 for a team total. I'll also take Leeds to get over 1.5 for a team total. And then the last leg of there is Newcastle on the clean sheet. Newcastle on the clean sheet. So that's the $5 bet that we got last night on TNT promo on FanDuel. Let's go ahead and spend the $10 bet that we earned last night on DraftKings with the little 3-leg anytime goal scorer. Rashford, the hottest player in the Premier League. In fact, he picked up the January player of the month in the entire Premier League. So he's on fine form. They're at home against Palace. Look for him to get a goal. Look for Tony to get a goal there for the Bees. They're at home against Southampton. Tony's the number 9, takes the penalty kickers. He should get a goal. Then Haaland on Sunday going against Tottenham, scored in the reverse fixture. What was that, 2 weeks ago? Remember, Man City in the amazing second half comeback, getting 4 goals and winning that game 4-2. Haaland scored in that game. I think he's also going to score in the reverse fixture at White Hart Lane. So that's how we'll use those too. Get that screenshot. I'll make this bigger here so you can snap your screenshot before we roll on. So I'll give you guys a second. Take that screenshot. A little three-legged anytime goal scoring parlay. And then the one on FanDuel is just kind of, plays I like for the weekend. All right. We'll leave up the bet because that's actually got real units on it. Let's see what Cole's talking about. You live betting the Bucks comeback was electric. Nice. 106, 105. Hell yes. Hell yeah. Live betting the NBA actually been a lot of fun. We do want to talk about soccer one more thing. And speaking of live betting there, Cole, don't want to let this pass. We got an afternoon Premier League game. Chelsea taking on Fulham. Everybody excited for that game? Remember in that reverse fixture, that was another one that was 2 weeks ago. We cashed both teams a score in over 2.5. That was at Craven Cottage. I'm not that confident in pulling the trigger on that. And in fact, I don't have a pre-match bet for that one because Chelsea's lineup's a little undecided. Everybody knows all the hundreds of millions of dollars they spent. Basically got an idea of what they're going to trot out, but to be quite honest, Graham Potter's got so many decisions. He could roll out a little bit of a surprise lineup. This one is going to be a live bet. This one will be a live bet, and by all means, we're not going to force it. If we don't like it, we're not going to bet it. But this one has first half over written all over it. It's going to take Chelsea's new parts 15, 20 minutes to kind of work together, get some chemistry, get some flow. Again, you're trying to incorporate multiple attacking players into a starting 11. It could take 15, 20 minutes, but if we like what we're seeing with our eyes, if they're creating chances but maybe just not quite finishing them, yeah, that's got a first half over written all over it. So this will be a potential live bet. This one will count. Turn on your Twitter notifications. If I pull the trigger and tweet out a live play, this one will count. So get those Twitter notifications on. Chelsea, Fulham. We're looking to live bet a first half over. Could also be a Chelsea money line, right? If it's 0-0 at halftime, but you like what your eyes are seeing. Chelsea's got more of the ball at home. They're creating more of the chances. This could also be a Chelsea second half live money line bet. So just say on Twitter, let's get in a bet here. Hopefully this afternoon. Not going to force it, but with the lineup, little indecision. I feel a little uncomfortable pre-match betting it, but I think that's a great live bet. So keep your eye there. Live betting is the best way in the NBA. Yeah. Yeah, you guys know, I like to give out leans on this show, and sometimes those leans don't turn into bets because just the injury news comes out so late, and then me personally, family time hits. But yeah, if you want to be on it in the NBA and you really can, stay tuned to like Fantasy Labs, they're great on NBA news. Fantasy Labs, they're a great Twitter follow. It can really help you out. I agree. All right. That's how we're rolling in soccer. Got the potential live bet today in Chelsea Fulham. We'll roll with 2 over 1.5 parlays. Roll with a team total parlay on Sunday. And then the 3 Premier League bets with one of them being a good little 2-unit play. All right, let's talk about my favorite NBA player prop of the day. I got one favorite one off 2-0 last night. Let's see if we can't get another NBA player prop tonight. Remember we talked about Damian Lillard? First quarter, under. We talked about it when he had a tough spot going up against the 76ers, justified how he was going to stay under, and he did stay under. He's got another tough matchup against the Wizards. Another one, Wizards are really good versus the point guard position. 8th best in the NBA, 42.7 field goal percentage. And what they do good against the point guard is they allow the assists, right? So you're not going to score on the Wizards, but you can get a lot of assists. This should be great for Damian Lillard in this first quarter under that we want to take. Struggling to score, but can certainly get a lot of assists. They've improved in the last 14 days. Their field goal percentage drops to 40.7. Remember we talked about this also? He was averaging 6.6 points in the first quarter. That's down to 6.1. So he's only averaging 6.1 points in the first quarter. He gets a tough matchup against the Wizards. I'm going to go ahead and take Damian Lillard under 8.5 points to be scored in the first quarter. Damian Lillard under 8.5 points to be scored in the first quarter. We passed it up on the last one. I'm not going to pass it this time. Another just, again, tough matchup. His production in the first quarter's dropped since we talked about this one about 2 weeks ago. So Lillard under 8.5 points on DraftKings. That's the only book I'm aware of that does first quarter points. So hopefully you have that. And if so, come along for the ride. 2 totals tonight in the NBA, 2 unders tonight in the NBA. I've got them both scored at 231. Got them both scored at 231. I've got the Kings winning the game by 7. And I've also got the Wizards winning the game by 4 points. But we'll go ahead and do under 236. That line's actually at 236.5. It dropped to 235. It's come back up to 236.5. You can get it right now at 236.5. This one, Kings Pacers, this one's at 235 and is not bubbling back up. So people seem to be agreeing with me that the under's in play here. Again, I've got it scored at 231. I've got the Kings winning the game by 7, 119 to 112. So Kings Pacers under 238. See if the unders can't be cool to us tonight like they were last night. That's how we'll roll right there. Love that comment. He says Randall went under. He quit watching at halftime. Yeah, 19 points at halftime. Only got 2 in the third quarter. Yeah, I didn't give up watching, but I was sweating my ass off watching. Yes, love it when the research eventually kicks in. Hey, couple other player props. Let's go ahead and run these by you. You can do Clint Capella rebounds. I think that's a great look tonight against the Jazz. It's at 10.5. You could also maybe do Rudy Gobert, but he's questionable. But if he ends up playing, maybe you can do a reduced rebound parlay of Capella and Gobert. I like 2 of them. The one I like, the one I love, and I want to add it, is Joel Embiid to just crush the Spurs tonight. Crush Jakob Poeltl. He should have himself a night. His point total is 33.5. I've got the 76ers winning the game by 10. They've got the spread bang on. Maybe it's one of those, you bring Joel Embiid points down a little bit, and then you take the 76ers to win by 4, 5, 6 points, somewhere along there. But there is a bet to be had in that game with the 76ers potentially just to crush the Spurs and to really get it done with Joel Embiid. Harden, maybe from an assist standpoint, I think he could have a good night dishing it out. Embiid, though, this is a smash spot going up against Jakob Poeltl. So I want to add something along those lines. There's no real player props. The Spurs played last night. They've got some players questionable, so the player props for that game is coming out a little bit slow. But keep an eye on that one for Twitter. I think that's a good addition spot, is Embiid, 76ers, somewhere along there. And in that same game, we know the 76ers team, from a point guard and how damn good they are. You could do Trey Jones and take another under. Remember we did Trey Jones under 12.5 points a couple weeks ago? It cashed. I think you go right back to fading Trey Jones. He's questionable. Again, back into back-to-back, questionable. Props are coming out slow for that game. So maybe it's a fade Trey Jones, do something with Embiid, do something with that 76ers spread. There's a bet to be had in that game. There's some money to be won in that game. So just check me out on Twitter for that one. Otherwise, we'll just roll with Damian Lillard, couple unders, and maybe a live soccer bet this afternoon between Chelsea and Fulham. Otherwise, I got nothing. What are you guys cooking up? Anything in the comment section? What are you guys cooking up today? Anybody's little La Liga game doesn't interest me, though. There is that, by the way, this German done, that Augsburg Leverkusen, that is today. That parlay does start today, so make sure you get that in. Been hot on those things. 3-0 run. 3-0 run. Ringing the cash register on today's show. Shit, feels good, fellas. Friday, what's everybody up to? It's cold as you-know-what in Chicago right now. We got a nice day yesterday, almost 40 degrees. We got right back down into single digits, though, today. Another brutal weather day going on today. Anybody? Anything else? Any other comments? Anybody firing away anything else? You guys ready to make some money this weekend? I am. I'm ready to make some money. Let's put up all the bets, including those 2 free bets. We'll let you guys get a screenshot, and then we'll let everybody drop. Let's get these bets up here bigger. Let's get these down. Make it so everybody can get their screenshot. I've had guys hit me up, and they like taking screenshots. I like it. Let's see where we can put that. Let's get the $10 one up here, or the $5 one up here first. Here we go. Cover me up. You guys don't need to see me. And then you guys can get it. All right. Let's cram this up. Perfect. Lillard. Everybody can see that. Lillard. I think everybody can see. We need to get that bet on top of that one. All right, hold on. That one needs to be on top of that one. I said get on top of it. There you go. Everybody can see everything. All right, so everybody can see all the bets. So get your screenshot in. Get your screenshot in. Everybody can see all the bets. That's how we're making money on this great day. DJ's coming in with Tatum's rebounds and assists. He's been going off like that. Over 13.5. Let's get one quick look at that. He's the small forward. Let's see. Who are they playing? I don't remember who they're playing. Oh, the Suns. They've been pretty poor defending the paint. Let's see. Let's get a quick look at that. Small forward. Not bad. Average. And I've got it sorted for the entire day. But Tatum, I hear you. But they're not good or bad. They're just kind of average. Middle of the road versus that small forward spot. It's a good play. Thumbnails are looking fire. Appreciate it. All right. Everybody got their screenshot? Bam. All right, fellas. Go enjoy your Friday. Thanks for hanging out with me. Enjoy your weekend. Come on back on Monday. Let's turn some profit this week. That's going to be the goal. Turn some profit this week. Turn some profit for the first time this year. I look forward to doing it with you guys. All right. Remember, Chelsea, Fulham, come hang out. Live bet that thing. Let's cash.